This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. It's Wednesday and that means it's theory time. The past few weeks, a little bit longer actually, the past few months, I've been running this slot called Theory Wednesday, largely based upon viewer requests to tackle bits and pieces of music theory that needed further investigation as far as you're concerned. And a little while ago, somebody got in touch and said, why not do a different video each week on each one of the modes, and that's what we've been up to in the past few weeks. And today is the final installment in that series where we are looking at the Aeolian mode. So before we go any further, let's have a listen to what the Aeolian mode actually sounds like. And as you can hear, it's got a very kind of minor kind of feel to it. It's a tragic, weepy kind of mode. It's the mode that gets used on tunes like Gary Moore's instrumentals, you know, the Parisian Walkways, the Loner, that kind of thing. Another one that springs to mind is possibly Europa by Santana. Big chunks of that are in the Aeolian mode as well. So let's take a look exactly at what's going on with the Aeolian mode, what it is and how it works and all of that kind of fancy stuff. Here we go.
The Aeolian mode. An explanation.
Okay then, so what's going on with the Aeolian mode? Well, if you've been paying attention to all of these mode videos I've been putting up over the previous few weeks, you will know that we're in the key of A major. The key of A major can be defined by having the chords of A major, D major, and E major. Anytime you want to find what chords are in a major key, simply do that little 3-chord trick like that. And that will tell you your 3 major chords in the key. Each one of those major chords also has a relative minor. If you go down 3 frets from your major chord, there's the A, 1, 2, 3, move down 3, turn it into a minor chord. There's the relative minor of A major, that's an F sharp minor. There's the D major chord, go down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, turn it into a minor, that's a B minor chord, that's the relative minor of your D major. There's the E chord, go down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, turn it into a minor, there's your C sharp minor, which is the relative minor of E major. So basically what we'll do now is we'll just rearrange those 6 chords, the A, the D and the E, and the 3 minors, F sharp minor, B minor, C sharp minor. Let's arrange them in ascending order from A. So we go from an A to a B minor, to a C sharp minor, to a D major, to an E major, to an F sharp minor. There we go. There is, as I always say, one other chord in a major key. It's based on the 7th note of the scale, which is 1 semitone below your tonic. So there's the A, which is the root. Go down a semitone, that's a G sharp, and you would get a G sharp minor 7 flat 5 in there as well. But that's the last we're going to hear of it in this video today, because it's not really relevant to what we're doing. What we're doing is we're kind of biasing that key of A major towards its 6th chord, which, if we count the chords up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's the F sharp minor chord. So to be in the key of F sharp Aeolian, what you've got to do is you've got to be using chords from the key of A major, those chords I've just described there, and you've got to make everything resolve and focus on and, you know, come into land basically on the F sharp minor chord. That's what we refer to as the tonality. It's like the musical centre of gravity, basically. So the chord sequence I came up with goes from an F sharp minor chord to a D major, then via an A chord. But what I do with that A chord is I take this C sharp note here, which is in the chord, and I place that in the bass. So we get A over C sharp, which takes us nicely down to a B minor chord, and then into an E, back into the F sharp minor, then C sharp minor, all chords from the key of A that we started off with, then a D major chord and an E major, and then one chord from outside the key. This is a C sharp 7th chord, which leads us nicely back to the F sharp minor. So that all makes pretty much sense, hopefully, apart from possibly that C sharp 7th chord. What's going on there? That is what we call a secondary dominant chord, and you see them all the time in popular music and in classical music and jazz, and you name a style of music, you'll find secondary dominant chords in it. And basically its function is to act as a musical signpost, taking us back to the chord we want to resolve to, in this case F sharp minor. The rule is that the chord that you want to kind of go to is F sharp minor in this case. Find the 5th of the chord that you want to target, which in this case is C sharp. That's your rule for finding a 5th, and then play a 7th chord off that 5th, so you're getting a C sharp 7th, taking us back to F sharp minor. You could, I suppose, make the argument that the C sharp 7th chord comes from the harmonic minor scale. But there are chords in that chord sequence that we looked at which you can't get from the harmonic minor scale. The A major chord, the E major chord spring to mind. Or the C sharp minor chord for that matter. So I think it makes more sense to look at this chord sequence as being using chords from the key of A major, and you've just got this one little guest that you've invited round. This C sharp 7th acting as a secondary dominant chord. So that basically is the Aeolian mode. All you have to do is figure out what chords are in your key. Basically, that little trick there, then go down 3 frets to find your relative minors. Number the chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then whatever your 6th chord is in the key that you're in, make that the focus of the piece of music, and you are in the Aeolian mode. and you can use a secondary dominant to just, tie a bow on it if you want to, just to kind of signpost the way back home. You don't have to. I just thought it sounded particularly nice here. And basically, that is what is going on in the Aeolian mode, certainly in terms of building the mode with chords. In Sunday's video, we're going to be having a look at what it sounds like when you start playing lead guitar with the Aeolian mode, but that's for then, and this is for now. So take what you've learned here and go and have a play around with it, and have some fun with the Aeolian. So there it is. All you got to do to figure out the Aeolian mode is just make your whole chord sequence resolve to and revolve around the chord 6 in your key, the 6th chord in your key, and that is what gives you that Aeolian mode sound. If you are one of my Patreon supporters, thank you very much. First of all, there's the address, and the link is, of course, in the description. You will find up on the Patreon page there, you will find that piece of footage where I'm actually playing that Aeolian mode chord sequence. You'll find that that explanation that you've just seen, and some scale fingerings in case you fancy having a little bit of a go at jamming along with it and getting some Aeolian mode licks under your fingers, which is exactly what we're going to be doing on Sunday. As you know, my kind of rhythm that I seem to have settled into is to do a theory lesson on the Wednesday and then do a soloing lesson using that theory on the Sunday. So come Sunday, we're going to be having a little bit of a look at a solo in the Aeolian mode, and I'll just give you a little bit of a teaser at the end of this video to how that sounds. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative and perhaps a little bit inspiring. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream, 5 PM Friday UK time, where we drink beer and talk music and talk about guitars and all manner of great stuff. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend, and I would love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. And here's a little bit of a solo in the Aeolian mode that you'll see the full version of on Sunday. Bye for now.